Children, today we are going to start the topic expression and formula. In this topic, we are going to discuss first, we are going to discuss the laws of indices because we are going to use this concept to solve the sums for the first exercise of the topic expression and formula. We need to understand what are laws of indices or indices. We can say also laws of exponent, we can say. All right, children. So let's try to understand laws of indices. Now the first law is a to the power 0 is equals to 1 written, right? That means any term, any variable, any constant, any value having power 0, that value will always be 1. So I have taken an example here like 201x power 0, that value is 1. So any term, any variable, any exponent having power 0, the value will always be 1. So whenever you see power 0, don't see the base. So this is what? This a will be the base and 0 will be the exponent or the power or the indices. Alright. First law understood. See second law. Second law is written here, a to the power m into a to the power n is equals to a to the power m plus n. Now this means that whenever the base is same, children, we need to keep in mind that base of the two terms must be same and they are in multiplication. If you don't find multiplication sign, then we cannot say that a to the power m into a to the power n equals to a to the power n m plus n. Suppose it is written plus sign, then this will not be equals to a to the power m plus n. So whenever base is same and the terms are in product form with different powers, then what will happen? Their powers will get added. Alright. So for applying this law, applying this property, applying this law of indices, we need to see that there must be a multiplication sign and the base of the terms will be same. Then if they have different power, their powers will get added and the result will be a to the power m plus n. Let's see an example here. Here it is written b to the power 4 into b to the power 6. Now you can see, children, the base is same. Okay, we have b as a base in both the terms and the power is different. Here we have 4, here we have 6. So what we'll get? B to the power, when base is same, terms are in multiplication, then the powers will get added. So the result will be b to the power 4 plus 6, that is b to the power 10. So children, if you find minus 6 here, so it will become 4 minus 6, it will become b to the power minus 2. Alright, power will get added. Understood. Let's see the third law of exponent. Here it is written that a to the power m upon a to the power n equals to a to the power m minus n. That means whenever two terms are in division with different power but same base, the power will get subtracted. You can see same base is here and the terms are in division. Either you write in this way or you put division sign in between a to the power m and a to the power n. The result will be a to the power m minus n. Now children, I have taken an example. Suppose it is written x to the power 9 upon x to the power 6. Then you can see the terms are in division and base of both the terms is x. So the powers will get subtracted. So result will be x to the power 9 minus 6, that is x to the power 3. Alright, let's see the third law. A to the power m to the whole power n. So when the powers are in bracket, then they'll get multiplied. Suppose here it is written y to the power 3 to the whole power 2. So these two powers will get multiplied. The result will be y to the power 3 into 2, that is y to the power 6. Alright. Now next is a to the power minus m. Remember children, whenever the power transfers, when a term transfers from numerator to denominator, denominator to numerator, the power sign will change. So suppose it is written a to the power minus m. So if we write 1 upon a, when we transfer this term to the denominator, the power sign will change and it will become a to the power m. Or I have written, suppose it is written a 1 upon a to the power minus n. So it is written denominator, in denominator the power is minus. So when we transfer this term to the numerator, the power will become positive. Alright, the result will be a to the power n. Let's see an example here. here it is written 1 upon 2 to the power minus 3. So when we transfer this term to the numerator, the power will become, the power sign will change. So minus sign is there. So when we transfer, the sign will change. It will become plus, and that will be 2 cube. 2 into 2 into 2. That is 8. Alright children, please note down this much first, then we'll discuss the sums. Okay children, let's see few sums here. Now in this sum it is written that z to the power 7 into z to the power 3. So we can see that the terms are in multiplication and they have the same base, which is z. Powers is different. So whenever the terms are in multiplication and base is same, then the powers will get added. So it will become z to the power 7 plus 3. It will be z to the power 10. Alright, let's see the next sum. Now here it is written w to the power 8 divided by w. So whenever no power is there, doesn't mean 0 is there. It means 1 is there. So when we write w to the power 8 whole upon w to the power 1. So whenever base is same, terms are in division, the powers will get subtracted. Alright, so we are going to write it as w to the power 8 minus 1, and 8 minus 1 is 7. So the answer will be w to the power 7. Alright, okay children, let's see next sum. In this sum it is written simplify 2 e to the power 4 into 3 e to the power 3. The terms, this term has to be multiplied with this term. So let's multiply constants first. That means 2 3s are 6, and in 2 we'll have to multiply e to the power 4 into e to the power 3. Now here you can see that the base is same in both the terms, e, but the power is different and they are in a multiplication form. So whenever the terms in multiplication and base is same, we have studied here also, the powers will get added. So it will become 6 into e to the power 4 plus 3, right? So 4 plus 3 is 7. So the answer will be 6 e to the power 7. Alright children, so let's note down this much first.